Assalamu alaikum. So I saw a video of this our brother talking about Muslim men and how they are maltreating their wives in Zongo. He talks about we being objective about handling these issues, but watching his previous video and this current video, my brother was never objective at all. So this our brother actually is someone I know personally, mashallah, and he's a good guy. But to be honest with you, the ideas and the views he's sharing here is more toxic than all the feminists have ever approached. The reason his own is very toxic is because if you study feminism, first wave feminism, second wave feminism, and the third wave feminism, you will understand that this guy his own cuts through all of them. Let us go into it, then we get to actually understand. Let's go.
So today I want to share this with my fellow Muslim brothers, especially our Zongo brothers, about something that our senior brothers did and some of us are still doing, that the consequences have started to evolve.
There's one thing you need to know about feminists, whether they are male or female. They come into a society where there's no problem. Men and wife, their husbands, they enjoy themselves. And then they try to figure out and say, this is a problem. Then they'll go and whisper in the brain of the women, this is a problem, see that's a problem, see that's a problem. Then they'll go and whisper in the brain of the man, this is a problem, you are maltreating her, this is a problem. So that is what, like this same thing is just doing. Like that is it. Women and men have lived in our Zongos, in our Muslim community, no problem. But feminists today are telling them how we used to live is an oppression. Let us watch the video.
And it's about our relationship with women. Now, when women make it feel like we are doing women favor by marrying them, mainly because we have it and they don't have. What do we have? Maybe materialistic, success. They don't have. So we are doing them a favor for marrying them. It means we are digging our own grave. And that's what our senior brothers did. And now we are facing the consequence.
This is one of the strongest arguments of feminists. They say that men make it look like they are doing us a favor by marrying us. So you see, our Muslim brother is also saying the same thing. You think he sat somewhere to think about it. No. It is a feminist ideology. You understand? Is marriage a favor in Islam or not? Yes, it's a favor. A man coming to marry a woman, that man is doing a woman a favor. If you don't like it, I'm telling you today, swallow it. It's a favor. He could have choked her in the dark somewhere, impregnate her and run away. He could have met her. No. And he said, no, I won't do that. I'd rather come and see your father, see your family. Aje adore aure chikim masalachi, then I'll marry you. Instead of what? Treating you like anyhow. I will not do that to you. I'll do it the right way. Is this a favor or not? So a man coming to your family, seek your hand in marriage, to marry you is a favor. Feminists are telling you it's not a favor, it is a favor. You, the woman, you are also, selecting the right person to be with and agree to him marry you. You are also doing yourself a favor. And you are also doing the man a favor. So marriage is a favor in both ways. But as far as it is concerned, man is largely doing a woman a favor because he could easily destroy her life and he ran away. Look, pregnancy, look, diseases. Who suffers it most? Women suffers it most. So if a man doesn't do you this bad and he comes to your family and come and marry you and you tell me it's not a favor, any man that comes to marry my daughter, he has done my daughter a favor. That one, we can't change it. Let us go inside.
Because when you do that, what is the measurement over there? The measurement over there is because you are successful, materialistic successful. It means that when the woman also becomes like you in that particular status as successful, she doesn't need you. And we started to implement that particular mindset that we are doing a favor for marrying you.
Yes. You see, there are two things you are raising here. Is a man doing a woman a favor by marrying her? Yes, is doing a favor. Now you are raising a separate different thing. He say a man is successful, the woman is not successful, and now the man make the woman feel bad. When the woman later becomes successful, the woman will become dangerous, will become a bad person. What kind of sense is he trying to share here? So I wouldn't argue with you on this, but come and explain yourself. How is a successful man making unsuccessful poor woman feel bad? And in future, if she gets money, she will become dangerous and she will say she doesn't need a man. How? You have to explain. I thought you were fighting for women. Now a woman getting money is now a dangerous person to the husband.
So nobody does everybody's favor, because in marriage, right, or in partnership, someone will say that, but you are not married. Sometimes you don't need to put an orange juice in a fuel tank to know that the car will not move. There are certain things you need to know, right? It's just basic, intellect and logic.
Me, I will not attack you that you are not married. You understand? But at the same time, you cited the example that you don't need to put orange into what? Into a fuel tank before you know that the car will not move. That is the same way, when fuel and car, we are talking about their relationship. Orange will not come and put its mouth there, because orange doesn't know what it feels to be a fuel, and orange doesn't know what it feels to be a car, and orange doesn't know what fuel and car have been working together. So orange need to keep quiet and sit somewhere. Let us continue. So people asking you that you shouldn't talk about marriage because you are not married. Me, I don't support them too, but they have a legitimate reason. You can bring another analogy.
And we've been conditioned to think that women should not have a voice. And that is why these days, when you see these women to stand for their right, they're asking questions. And some men, not all of us, some men get agitated. Why should a woman speak? Keep quiet and sit down. Be behind. Because of how some men have been groomed to think. But everybody should have a right to talk. Everyone has a right to ask questions.
So let me ask you a question. Is a woman coming on social media to insult men her right to talk? Is a woman coming on social media to call men on for a legitimate questions? No, you need to answer this question. Anytime you see men against a woman who came out to talk, it's because she was insulting. That's number one. And number two, because she was taking advantage of her situation to insult other men and think to generalize everything is the right thing to do. Well, we don't have a problem with a woman talking. But if you come out and you come and insult men, we'll respond to you. If you come out and say because you are feeling bad, therefore every husband in the world is a bad husband. So nobody cares whether a woman has the right to talk or not. Even the time of the Prophet ﷺ, women talked, but they were very respectful. They talked accordingly. Not what we are seeing on social media here. A woman will come online and come and insult men. You call this legitimate question? You are the one who is programmed to think women coming to insult men is the right thing to do. That's what you are trying to say.
We should hear them. Sometimes their approaches are wrong, but then when you sit down and are able to get the core message that they are trying to portray, you understand them. You understand the pain. They've not been treated very well.
Yes, men have been hearing women. A lot of people in our Zongos today, they have properties throughout the advice of their women. But that doesn't mean that every time their wives bring suggestion, their wife says things to them, they have to carry it or they have to work with it. That is wrong. As a man, your wife can bring suggestion, but you make the decision. If the suggestion she brings doesn't make sense or it is not applicable as at that time, you don't work with it. If it makes sense, you work with it. So where from the idea of saying that and we don't hear them and we don't understand their pains? Which pains? You feminists are making up the pains. Feminists, men and women, you are making up the pains. There's no pain anywhere. If she has a problem, she shouldn't come and generalize as if every man is like that. If you have a pain, talk specifically about your pain. Don't come online and generalize as if Zongo men have done this, Zongo men have done this. Meanwhile, an average Zongo person doesn't even know what it means to beat a woman. An average Zongo person doesn't know what it means to insult a woman. Let us continue.
Someone asked me, what about men? Today's topic is about women.
No, you never talk about men. You never talk about women, tell how women are doing bad to men, because that is not according to the feminist, ideology and preachings. You made first video, this is the second video, all you were bashing men. All you were saying Zongo men are bad, they are treating Zongo women wrongly. When have you ever talked about how women treat men? You don't talk about that, because that doesn't go according to the feminist ideology. So we don't expect you to even talk anything for men. No.
Right? They've not been treated because we don't listen to their concerns. We don't factor. Even when we listen, we don't factor we are making decisions, we make this around us, neglecting them.
See, this approach of you don't factor what women say, you don't do you know what listening to women have led a lot of men to? If I'm going to share with you stories today, we will not finish. I went to rent a place for my brother. The person that was living there previously lived 2 years with the landlord and people that no problem. He married the wife. The wife said they need to leave the house. He says, no, we can't leave. My job is closer to where the house is. The woman started causing confusion in the house, pestering the landlady till they fight with the landlady. And then now she successfully pushed the man out of the house. And now the man, listening to his wife, they have gone back behind Kaswa. His work that he used to do is sports. This is just one example. If I'm going to narrate to you a lot of examples of listening to women has led men to, we have family members. Our families can't even go and visit them. Why? Because is the women that are in control. We have a family member, when he died, he has houses, he has cars, he has companies. The family didn't get nothing. Because when he was alive, it was about his wife. He was listening to his woman. Do you know what listening to women has led men to? So we will listen to women. We will take their suggestions if it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, we will not work with it. You cannot come and say Zongo men are doing bad because they don't take everything their women say to them. That's wrong. This is a feminist approach. Let's continue.
So sometimes I ask myself, like, what would I do if I was a woman? And all these things are being happening. They are being marginalized. You understand? So they are raising legitimate concerns. We need to treat them properly. So that's why I say we need to learn, unlearn, and relearn.
So my brother, I think you need to unlearn. You just came every single time you sit down, and the way we are treating our Muslim women, the way we are treating people in Zongo, what research have you done? Is there any empirical evidence to support your claim? What is your sample size? Which methodology are you using? How did you come to the conclusion? What are the key features or the key, points you are looking at in your research? Nothing. You just come and sit there and say, our brothers have been doing bad to our Muslim women, therefore we need to stop. You and who? No evidence, nothing.
And the argument most often we bring about across is that our mothers did it, so they should shut up and do it. No, it's a weak argument.
It's never a weak argument. If our mothers did something and it worked and it was right, why shouldn't they copy from our mothers? Our mothers were humble. Our mothers knew the most important thing in marriage. Our mothers understood what it means to serve in marriage. So today, you see them, they are flying in aeroplane. They are going to Makkah and coming back. Their daughters and their mothers who claim they are Ogboro today, now they are those building houses for their mothers. They are still in their family houses. So that is working. Tell the women, this is working. Feminist approach of telling women not to listen to their mothers, they shouldn't listen to this. It is long gone. It doesn't work. So if your mother used an approach and it works, they have to do it. It doesn't matter whatever education you have. Yes, come and sit and learn from your mother. I talk too much.
And that's why some of our brothers are failing us. We don't approach these matters with intellect, but we also approach them with feelings. No, intellect. Be open, be objective.
So I've already spoken everything. We should be open. We should approach it with intellect, objective. But you are not objective. Your videos you are doing is all about what men have done women wrong. What did women do men wrong? When did women do men wrong? Nothing. They never did nothing. That we should start washing bowls. We should start doing pampers. That is what shows that we love our wives. These are all feminism, ideologies. I'm telling you, you are more worse than all the feminists I've ever spoken about. Salaam alaikum.